Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new California Lottery $3 Loteria ticket. This is part of the February 2024 series of tickets coming out in California. And I'll start this video just by saying, or I guess admitting, that I really like Loteria. This is my favorite game that comes out on scratch cards. And so, I'm always a little bit jealous when states get new Loteria tickets. But this one plays just like it's actually pretty basic. It's, you've got your one play card. The only thing that's different than the $2 version we have here in Georgia is that you get a bonus card here. But, horizontal, vertical, and diagonal is what you're looking for on this one. Now, I do want to note that this is a re-release of an old ticket. But I noticed as I was looking through the numbers that they did change a little bit on the prize structure. So I just thought I would put this up here just for comparison. On the left, you have the new prize structure. On the right, you have the old one. So it looks like things are pretty much the same up until the $50 prize level. They made the new ticket slightly easier to hit $50. $75 is the same. They made it harder to hit 300. They also made it quite a bit harder to hit 3,000, and then they made it a little bit easier to hit the top prize. So what did that do to the payout amounts? That's the big question. So we'll see as we go through the video. But here are the prize structure and odds that the California Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 3.74. Cash odds are 1 in 5.99. You can win anywhere from $3 up to $30,000 on this ticket. I do think the $30,000 top prize is a little bit cheap. I'm used to seeing, $100,000, $150,000 on a $3 ticket. So 30,000 is low, but you do have better odds of hitting that top prize. Looking at the rest of the prize structure, nothing crazy stands out. So we'll talk about taxes. So in California, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 24% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view the top prize. So instead of $30,000, I'm going to view this as $22,800. And yeah, I mean, that's a really low top prize for a $3 game. I always say, when you're playing scratchers, you got to think about, or at least me, I think about the wager I'm making for the top prize at the odds that are published. So this is a $3 wager for a $22,000, we'll call it 23, for a $23,000 top prize at odds of 1 in 600,000. Probably not something that I would do, but I do like Loteria, so I might make an exception for this one. But anyways, with that adjusted prize amount at the top, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 66 and 67%, and this is just too low. I mean, it's far away from the minimum 70% that we look for all tickets. States can make plenty of money in that 70% range, so yeah, I mean, for California to put out a $3 ticket at 66% payout, it's just not good. I mean, this is even lower than the $2 double match ticket that we just looked at on the previous video. So yeah, they're definitely taking advantage of the fact that people like playing Loteria, or I don't know, maybe Loteria is trademarked and they have to give some of the money to the lottery. I don't know if there is a Loteria company, but to the Loteria company for putting the ticket out. I don't know, but the payout is just too low. The other thing we'll mention about this payout is that the 66% payout does include all of the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not many people are going to be winning, which means very few people are going to see the 66% payout here. So what we really want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be hitting those top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $50 prize level. And so if you are playing this game, when you do win, you're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $3 and $50. And there at the $50 prize level, there is a split. It's about 58-42. So a little bit more than half, 58% of these $50 prizes are going to be included here in the bottom 99% of prizes. And these are the ones that are available to all people. The other 42% of these $50 prizes are going to be included here in the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really tough to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting a top 1% prize, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 374 tickets that would have a top 1% prize on it. So, you're in over well over $1,000 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that is really important to note if you are considering playing this game. So because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout for the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 57 and 58%. And again, this does not reach the minimum 60% that we look for all tickets. So, this is a disappointing number to me, being a Loteria fan, because I would have a tendency to want to play this game, but I would struggle because I typically don't play tickets that have a bottom 99% payout less than 60%. And the reason I don't is because when you have a payout in this 50% range, you're just losing your money so fast that to me it's not fun to play the game. And if you're not going to have fun doing it, then what's the point? And so this bottom 99% payout and the overall payout actually kind of offsets the fun of the ticket to me. Now here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in California $3 tickets. The data point for the Loteria ticket is over here on the right, and you can see there was a bump in value from the previous ticket. Once again, we're pretty close to the best ticket in this category that we've seen come from California. So it is always good to see increases like this. We've seen increases consistently since about July, and so that is a good trend to see. However, California has, a good bit to go before I would consider buying $3 tickets or consider recommending $3 tickets from California. Right now, the payouts are just way too low, and so can't recommend them. But if you are playing $3 tickets in California, in green here, you see the best ticket from every category. So if you're playing for overall value, the old Loteria had more value. And this is why I showed the prize structures at the beginning of the video. This new Loteria ticket does have slightly less value than the old one, and that is something I don't like to see. I don't like to see when a state takes a ticket, reissues it, but changes the prize structure slightly so that the state is making more money off of it. I think that is a deceptive practice. Even though it's not a lot, it's less than what people were getting from the ticket before. Now, if you are playing for odds, the tripling bonus crossword and the Lucky Bee crossword both have the best odds we've seen. If you're a more conservative player and you like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, the tripling bonus crossword, it's not a good ticket for the average player. It's just the least brutal ticket. Actually, it is. It's the least brutal ticket that we have on this list for the average player. And then if you're more of a high roller and you like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, the 15X is the ticket that you would look at. And then over here on the right, we are keeping track of top prizes as well. Now here on this list, we are ranking California $3 tickets based on overall payout. The new Loteria ticket is in second place here, slightly behind the first one. And again, that's something that I don't like to see. Here on this page, we're ranking California $3 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. The new Loteria here in fifth place. This is one of the most difficult tickets for the average player. So just be cautious, because you can lose a lot of money on this one really quickly. Now here on this page, we are ranking $3 tickets across states, and California, you can see, is kind of here in the middle of the list. So relatively competitive. It depends on who you're comparing these tickets to. So if you're comparing to New York and Texas, these are pretty good tickets. If you're comparing to Florida and Georgia, not so much. And what we really want to do is look up here at the top of the list And here we see Georgia just recently had a $3 ticket come out at 73% payout. Uh, that's an okay payout. It's not where I think it should be, but it's okay. Um, but that is quite a bit more than California's offering on this new Loteria ticket. So, Georgia has a ticket at 73%. The new Loteria ticket is here in 12th place at 66%. We're going to call that a 7 percentage point difference. And that's a lot of money. You got to ask the question, if Georgia can do this, if they can put out a $3 ticket at 73% payout, why is California putting out $3 tickets at 66% payout? While 7% might not seem like a lot, it is a ton of money when you consider how much money goes into just one of these games. One game could easily have 10 million tickets as a part of it. Multiply that by the $3 price tag, that's $30 million just for one game. And 7% of 30 million is $2.1 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players on this 15x cash word ticket that the California Lottery is, basically stealing from its players. And so, I'd love to hear an explanation as to why the California Lottery feels like they need to steal $2 million from its players. Now here on this page, this is where we compare across states for the bottom 99% payout. Loteria came in at 57%. And so it's not quite as competitive here. Like I said, this is going to be a rough ticket for the average player here in 18th place. So again, just play with caution. Here on this page, this is just to give a little bit more context as to how low this payout is. In Massachusetts, we've got $1 tickets regularly coming out at 69% value. That's that's like 3.5% percentage points more than what California is offering on this $3 ticket. That's embarrassing. We've got a $2 ticket that came out in Georgia, 75% payout. That's almost 9 percentage points higher than what California is doing with a $3 more expensive ticket. And the reason I show this is to just state that, this is backwards. You should never have a more expensive ticket that has less value than cheaper tickets from other states. So I think even though this is a fun game, I think California should be, a little bit embarrassed and maybe ashamed of the payout that they're giving this ticket. California scratch customers deserve better than what California is offering on this game. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets we've looked at on the channel so far. You don't see any $3 tickets on this list, probably never will, but you can pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here are the top 36 tickets based on the bottom 99% payout. 57% was not nearly good enough to make this list, but we do have some $2 tickets here, so it is possible for a $3 ticket to make this list. But that's about it for the California Lottery $3 Loteria ticket. I love the Loteria game. I'm just not crazy about the payouts that California Lottery gives its $3 tickets. We have seen increases in value, so that is encouraging, but we need California to do a lot better job. So that's about it for this one. If you're playing this, good luck on it. Hopefully you'll win some prizes in the top 1%. If you do, let us know in the comment section below so we can congratulate you. But thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.